Emotions shape our experiences, coloring our perceptions and guiding our decisions. They connect us to ourselves and others, fueling our passions and driving us to achieve our dreams. Understanding emotions helps us navigate our lives, transforming them into valuable assets. This journey of understanding begins with recognizing their profound influence on our thoughts and relationships. By delving into the science of emotions, we gain insights to manage them effectively. This knowledge empowers us to cultivate healthier relationships and live fulfilling lives. Emotions are the body's way of communicating with us. They signal our internal state and relationship with the world. Joy brings energy and excitement. Sadness slows us down. Each emotion has unique physiological changes. The brain is a network of neurons. The amygdala is the seat of emotions. It scans for threats or rewards, triggers fight or flight response, ensures survival. Emotions are tied to thoughts and memories. Past experiences shape our responses. Strong emotions leave lasting imprints, explains intense reactions. Emotions are a blend of biology and experience. Nature and nurture shape our emotions. Emotional intelligence can be cultivated. Practice and effort develop this skill. Human beings are social creatures, hardwired for connection. From the moment we are born, we seek out the warmth and security of human bonds. These bonds, forged in the crucible of shared experiences and emotional resonance, provide us with a sense of belonging, purpose, and security. They are the bedrock of our social fabric, the foundation upon which we build families, communities, and societies. At the heart of these connections lies the profound power of emotions. Emotions are the invisible threads that bind us together, the language of the heart that transcends words. When we share a laugh with a friend, our brains release oxytocin, a hormone associated with bonding and trust. This neurochemical dance strengthens our connection, reinforcing the feeling of closeness and camaraderie. Similarly, when we offer a shoulder to cry on or a listening ear to a loved one in distress, we tap into the power of empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. This emotional resonance deepens our bonds, creating a sense of shared humanity. However, just as emotions can strengthen our bonds, they can also create distance and discord. Unresolved conflicts, miscommunication, and a lack of emotional awareness can lead to misunderstandings, resentment, and breakdowns in our relationships. Learning to navigate the emotional landscape of our relationships is essential for building healthy, fulfilling connections. This involves developing emotional intelligence, cultivating empathy, and mastering the art of effective communication. The science of relationships reveals that the happiest and most fulfilling relationships are often characterized by a high degree of emotional intelligence. Partners in these relationships are adept at reading each other's emotional cues, expressing their own emotions effectively, and responding to each other's needs with empathy and understanding. They create a safe space for emotional vulnerability, fostering an environment of trust and intimacy. Embarking on a journey to understand the science of emotions and relationships is akin to setting sail on an uncharted sea. It is a voyage of discovery and exploration of the inner workings of our minds and hearts. This journey requires curiosity, courage, and a willingness to challenge our assumptions about ourselves and the world around us. It is not a passive pursuit. It demands active engagement, a commitment to self-reflection, and a willingness to embrace new perspectives. The rewards of this journey, however, are immeasurable. As we delve deeper into the science of emotions, we gain valuable insights into the mechanisms that drive our feelings, our behaviors, and our interactions with others. This knowledge empowers us to manage our emotions more effectively, communicate more authentically, and build stronger, more fulfilling relationships. It allows us to navigate the complexities of human experience with greater awareness, compassion, and skill. This journey of understanding is not a destination but a process, a lifelong pursuit of self-discovery and growth. It is a journey that takes us beyond the surface level of our experiences, inviting us to explore the hidden depths of our emotional lives. Along the way, we will encounter challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But with each step we take, with each insight we gain, we move closer to unlocking the full potential of our emotional intelligence. The science of emotions and relationships is not a dry, academic subject. It is a vibrant tapestry woven from the threads of human experience. It is a field of study that is constantly evolving, revealing new insights into the complexities of human nature. By embracing this journey of understanding, we embark on a path of personal transformation, one that has the power to enrich our lives and the lives of those around us. Emotions are complex psychological and physiological responses triggered by the brain. A single event can trigger a cascade of neural activity, leading to a full-blown emotional experience. Sensory organs scan the environment, transmitting signals to the brain. The brain interprets these signals, influenced by past experiences and beliefs. Emotional responses vary based on individual life history and psychological makeup. Understanding this interplay is crucial for developing emotional intelligence. Deep within the human brain lies the amygdala, an ancient structure crucial for our emotional lives. It triggers the fight-or-flight response, preparing us to confront danger or flee to safety. The amygdala acts as an alarm system, detecting threats and sending signals to the hypothalamus. This triggers a hormonal cascade, preparing our body for action. However, the amygdala can also cause false alarms, reacting to harmless situations. It relies on past experiences, sometimes triggering fear and anxiety unnecessarily. Emotions are intricate processes that influence our thoughts, behaviors, and well-being. They act as filters, shaping our perceptions and interpretations. Imagine two individuals encountering a deer. One feels awe, the other fear. This highlights the subjective nature of emotional experience. Emotions are molded by nature and nurture, and our thoughts, memories, and imaginations can trigger emotional responses. By managing our thoughts, we can control our emotional well-being. Cognitive behavioral therapies help change thinking patterns to modify emotional responses. The human emotional repertoire is vast and nuanced, encompassing a wide spectrum of feelings. Emotions like joy, love, and contentment bring pleasant sensations and well-being. Sadness, anger, and fear evoke distress and a desire to withdraw. Emotions serve important functions, providing valuable information about ourselves and our environment. Understanding emotions is essential for developing emotional intelligence. By learning to regulate our emotions, we navigate life with resilience and compassion. Emotions guide us, shaping perceptions, influencing decisions, and motivating actions. They act as internal compasses, steering us towards well-being and away from harm. Like a captain navigating treacherous waters, we rely on emotions to chart our course. Emotions provide feedback about our needs, values, and boundaries. Joy signals our needs are met. Sadness signals unmet needs. Positive emotions motivate engagement. Negative emotions prompt withdrawal. By paying attention to emotions, we gain insights into our authentic selves. Emotions, often perceived as intangible and ethereal, are deeply rooted in the physical realm, orchestrated by a complex interplay of neurochemicals that course through our veins, influencing our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Imagine a symphony orchestra where each instrument plays a distinct role, blending together to create a harmonious melody. Similarly, our brains and bodies engage in a delicate dance of neurotransmitters, hormones, and physiological responses, creating the symphony of human emotions. At the heart of this intricate orchestra lies the nervous system, a vast communication network that spans our entire body, transmitting information through a complex web of specialized cells called neurons. These neurons communicate with each other through chemical messengers called neurotransmitters, which act like tiny keys, unlocking specific receptors on neighboring neurons, thereby transmitting electrical and chemical signals throughout the body. This intricate dance of neurotransmitters forms the basis of our thoughts, feelings, and actions. Among the many neurotransmitters involved in emotion regulation, dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine, and GABA play particularly prominent roles. Dopamine, often referred to as the feel-good neurotransmitter, is associated with pleasure, reward, and motivation. Serotonin, on the other hand, is involved in regulating mood, sleep, and appetite, contributing to feelings of calmness, contentment, and well-being. Norepinephrine, a close relative of adrenaline, plays a crucial role in the body's stress response, increasing alertness, focus, and arousal. GABA, in contrast, acts as the brain's primary inhibitory neurotransmitter, counteracting the effects of excitatory neurotransmitters like norepinephrine, promoting relaxation and reducing anxiety. These neurotransmitters, working in concert, orchestrate the full spectrum of human emotions. When we experience joy, for example, our brains release a surge of dopamine, flooding our synapses with feelings of pleasure and reward. Conversely, when we experience sadness, our levels of serotonin and dopamine may dip, leaving us feeling depleted and withdrawn. Understanding the roles of these neurochemicals in emotion regulation is crucial for developing strategies to manage mood disorders and promote emotional well-being. Hormones secreted by glands provide sustained chemical communication, influencing moods, energy, and well-being. Imagine hormones as long-distance travelers carrying messages through the bloodstream. They regulate growth, metabolism, and reproduction. Key hormones include cortisol, adrenaline, oxytocin, and endorphins. Cortisol, the stress hormone, prepares the body for challenges. It is released during stress, aiding in response. Adrenaline increases heart rate and energy. Oxytocin fosters social bonding and intimacy. Released during physical contact, it promotes closeness. Endorphins act as natural painkillers and mood elevators. Released during exercise and laughter, they enhance well-being. Hormones and neurotransmitters create our emotional tapestry. Oxytocin strengthens bonds and promotes trust. Chronic stress and excess cortisol can harm health. Understanding hormones helps manage stress and enhance well-being. Stress is the body's natural response to perceived threats or challenges. It mobilizes resources to confront or avoid danger. Our ancestors relied on this response for survival. The hypothalamic pituitary adrenal HPA axis activates, releasing cortisol. Cortisol prepares the body for action. Chronic stress can harm physical and mental health. Managing stress is crucial for well-being. Happiness is a complex interplay of neurochemicals like dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, and endorphins, influencing our moods and behaviors. Imagine a master chef blending ingredients to create a delectable dish. Similarly, our brains orchestrate a symphony of neurotransmitters. Dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, and endorphins play key roles in happiness. Dopamine is associated with pleasure and motivation. It is released in response to pleasurable experiences. Serotonin regulates mood, sleep, and appetite. Oxytocin fosters social bonding and intimacy. Released during physical contact, it promotes closeness. Endorphins act as natural painkillers and mood elevators. Released during exercise and laughter, they enhance well-being. These neurochemicals create the symphony of happiness. Engaging in joyful activities and nurturing relationships boosts these chemicals. Section 5. The mind-body connection, a two-way street. The mind-body connection highlights the intricate relationship between our thoughts, feelings, and physical sensations. It is a dynamic relationship where physical experiences influence mental states and vice versa. Imagine dancers moving in perfect synchrony, influencing and responding to each other. Our bodies constantly send signals to our brains, influencing thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Physical activity releases myokines, enhancing cognitive function and reducing stress. Mindfulness meditation promotes relaxation and well-being. Thoughts and emotions impact physical health. Chronic stress leads to physiological changes. Negative thoughts contribute to muscle tension and sleep disturbances. The mind-body connection influences our health profoundly. Understanding this connection empowers us to take charge of our well-being. Practices like exercise and healthy eating positively influence mental states. Positive thoughts and stress management improve physical health. The mind and body are inextricably linked in a dynamic dance. Section 1. The emotional tapestry of relationships. Human beings are inherently social creatures drawn to the warmth and solace of human bonds. Relationships, from romantic partnerships to lifelong friendships, form the fabric of our social existence, providing belonging, purpose, and security. At the heart of these connections lies a tapestry of emotions: joy, sorrow, anger, fear, love, and compassion. Emotions color and shape our relationships, adding depth and complexity to our interactions. They are the unspoken language that binds us, fostering intimacy and understanding. Section 2. Empathy, the bridge between hearts. Empathy, the ability to imagine the world through another's eyes, is the bedrock of human connection. It fosters compassion, kindness, and a profound sense of shared humanity. Empathy transcends our own experiences, allowing us to connect deeply with others. It requires conscious effort, a willingness to listen, validate feelings, and offer support without judgment. In a polarized world, cultivating empathy is crucial for bridging divides and creating a more compassionate society. Section 3. Emotional resonance, the symphony of connection. Emotional resonance occurs when individuals experience a shared emotional state, creating unity and belonging. It is the spark that ignites romantic relationships and the glue that holds friendships together. Emotional resonance can be felt in both joy and sorrow, strengthening bonds through shared experiences. Vulnerability and authenticity are key to fostering deep connections. Cultivating emotional resonance requires presence, empathy, and creating a safe space for emotional expression. Section 4. The importance of emotional expression in relationships. Emotional expression is the lifeblood of healthy relationships, fostering intimacy and understanding. Without it, relationships lack authenticity and depth. Open and honest emotional expression builds trust and resolves conflicts. Suppressing emotions leads to resentment and misunderstandings. Effective emotional expression requires emotional intelligence and empathy. Section 5. Nurturing emotional intimacy, a lifelong practice. Emotional intimacy is the feeling of being deeply seen, understood, and accepted. It requires conscious effort, vulnerability, and a commitment to fostering connection. Building emotional intimacy begins with self-awareness and understanding our emotional patterns. Creating a culture of emotional intimacy involves open communication, active listening, and empathy. Nurturing emotional intimacy is a lifelong journey of vulnerability and shared growth. In the intricate dance of human connection, emotional intelligence is the master choreographer. It transforms fleeting encounters into lasting bonds and superficial interactions into profound connections. Emotional intelligence can be cultivated through conscious effort and self-reflection. It enhances our well-being and positively influences those around us. The key components of emotional intelligence are self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, and social skills. These pillars provide a framework for building stronger, healthier relationships. Self-awareness, the cornerstone of emotional intelligence, illuminates our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. It provides an internal compass guiding us through our inner worlds. Self-awareness involves observing our experiences without judgment and understanding our emotional triggers. It is about developing an honest and compassionate relationship with ourselves. By cultivating self-awareness, we gain insights into our emotional patterns and triggers. This awareness empowers us to make conscious choices about our responses. Emotional triggers can feel like landmines, igniting intense feelings and reactivity. By developing self-awareness and emotional regulation skills, we can navigate these triggers effectively. Identifying our triggers and understanding their roots is crucial for managing our reactions. Self-discovery involves revisiting past experiences with compassion and curiosity. Creating a space between the trigger and our response allows for conscious and empowered choices. This space helps us align our responses with our values and well-being. Section 4. Cultivating emotional regulation. The art of riding the waves. Imagine yourself as a skilled surfer, gliding effortlessly on the crest of a wave, feeling the power of the ocean beneath you, yet maintaining balance and control. This is the essence of emotional regulation, the ability to ride the waves of our emotional experiences without being swept away by their intensity. Just as a surfer must learn to read the ocean's subtle cues, so too does emotional regulation require us to develop a deep understanding of our own emotional rhythms. Emotional regulation is not about suppressing our emotions, rather, it is about developing a healthy relationship with our feelings. One of the most powerful tools for cultivating emotional regulation is mindfulness, the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. Regular mindfulness practice helps to strengthen our ability to detach from our thoughts and emotions. This detachment creates a space for choice, allowing us to respond to challenging situations with greater clarity and calmness. In addition to mindfulness, there are other strategies for regulating our emotions, including deep breathing exercises, physical activity, and seeking support from trusted friends. The key is to find what works best for you, experimenting with different techniques until you discover the practices that help you to feel more grounded. Remember, emotional regulation is a journey, not a destination, and it's okay to stumble along the way. The most important thing is to approach this process with self-compassion, recognizing that each moment offers a fresh opportunity to learn and grow. Section 1. Beyond words. The unspoken language of emotion. Imagine a world stripped bare of language where we rely solely on the unspoken language of emotion. Facial expressions, gestures, and tones reveal our true feelings and intentions. A warm embrace or a fleeting glance can convey more than words ever could. This universal language transcends cultural barriers and linguistic differences. By understanding it, we unlock deeper connections and genuine understanding. Section 2. The eloquence of silence. Active listening as a love language. In a world full of noise, truly listening is a rare gift. Active listening shows empathy, respect, and understanding. It means silencing our thoughts to make others feel heard and valued. Imagine sharing your worries and being met with undivided attention and empathy. Active listening fosters trust, safety, and emotional security. It creates a space for healing, growth, and deeper connections. Imagine for a moment a world where individuals felt empowered to express their emotions with the same ease and fluency with which they share their thoughts and opinions, a world where vulnerability was not perceived as weakness, where authenticity was celebrated, and where emotional honesty formed the foundation of all communication. In such a world, relationships would be infused with a depth of intimacy, understanding, and compassion that is often lacking in our current culture, which often prioritizes stoicism, emotional control, and the suppression of our true feelings. Speaking from the heart, the act of expressing our emotions authentically and vulnerably is not about unleashing a torrent of unfiltered feelings onto unsuspecting listeners. It is about developing a healthy relationship with our emotional experiences, learning to identify, understand, and communicate our feelings in a way that is both self-aware and respectful of others. It is about finding our voice, honoring our truth, and sharing our inner world with those we trust, knowing that our vulnerability will be met with empathy, compassion, and acceptance. Authentic emotional expression requires us to cultivate a deep sense of self-compassion, recognizing that our emotions, however messy or uncomfortable they may feel, are a valid and valuable part of our human experience. It means learning to identify and challenge the limiting beliefs that often prevent us from expressing ourselves freely, such as the fear of judgment, the need for approval, or the belief that our emotions are not important or worthy of being shared. When we allow ourselves to speak from the heart, we create a bridge of understanding between ourselves and others. We invite them into the inner sanctum of our being, sharing our joys and sorrows, our hopes and fears, our dreams and disappointments. This vulnerability, far from being a sign of weakness, is the ultimate act of courage and the foundation of deep and meaningful connection. Imagine communication not as a linear exchange of information where one person speaks and the other passively receives, but rather as a dynamic and ever-evolving dance, a delicate interplay of give and take, of speaking and listening, of expressing and understanding. In this collaborative dance of communication, both partners play an active role in creating a shared experience, a tapestry woven from the threads of their individual perspectives, emotional landscapes and communication styles. Just as skilled dance partners move together in harmony, anticipating each other's steps, responding to subtle cues and adjusting their movements to maintain balance and flow, so too does effective communication require us to be present, attuned and responsive to our partners in dialogue. It means letting go of the need to control the conversation or prove a point, and instead approaching communication with a spirit of curiosity, openness and a genuine desire to understand the other person's perspective. Building bridges of connection through communication requires us to develop a rich repertoire of skills, including active listening, empathy, assertive communication, conflict resolution, and the ability to repair ruptures in communication. It means learning to communicate our needs and boundaries clearly and respectfully, while also honoring the needs and boundaries of others. It involves developing a sensitivity to nonverbal cues such as tone of voice, facial expressions, and body language, recognizing that these subtle signals often convey more meaning than words alone. Effective communication is not a destination but a journey, a lifelong practice of refining our skills, deepening our self-awareness, and cultivating greater compassion for both ourselves and others. It is through this ongoing practice that we transform our relationships from transactional exchanges into meaningful connections, building bridges of understanding that allow us to navigate the complexities of human experience together. Emotions are the essence of our humanity, weaving the tapestry of our connections. They guide our decisions, shape our lives, and foster empathy and compassion. Embrace emotions as an integral part of what makes us uniquely human. The journey towards emotional literacy is a winding spiral, a dance of vulnerability and growth. It requires shedding our protective armor, embracing our emotional experiences, both light and shadow, joy and sorrow, love and loss. Embracing vulnerability means being seen, without pretense, sharing hopes and fears, met with empathy and compassion. Creating a safe space for authenticity, expressing emotions without fear. Vulnerability carries risks but opens us to deep intimacy and growth. Through shared vulnerability, we forge unbreakable bonds, cultivate resilience, and discover unconditional love. Embracing our own vulnerability, we cultivate compassion for others. Beneath our masks, we all yearn to be seen, heard, and understood. Tolerating imperfections, we see opportunities for growth. Emotional intelligence, that potent blend of self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, and social skills, emerges as the guiding light on our journey towards creating healthier, happier, and more fulfilling relationships. It is the compass that helps us to navigate the complexities of human interaction with greater skill, compassion, and authenticity, transforming moments of potential conflict into opportunities for growth, understanding, and deeper connection. When we cultivate emotional intelligence, we empower ourselves to become more conscious architects of our own emotional experiences. We develop the ability to recognize, understand, and manage our own emotions effectively, breaking free from habitual patterns of reactivity and choosing responses that align with our values and support our well-being. We become more attuned to the emotional states of others, developing greater empathy, compassion, and the ability to respond to their needs with sensitivity and care. The benefits of emotional intelligence extend far beyond the realm of our personal relationships. Studies have shown that individuals with higher levels of emotional intelligence tend to experience greater success in their careers, demonstrating stronger leadership skills, building more effective teams, and navigating workplace challenges with greater resilience and adaptability. They also tend to enjoy better physical health, experiencing lower levels of stress, improved immune function, and a reduced risk of chronic diseases. Cultivating emotional intelligence is not a one-time event, but rather an ongoing practice, a lifelong commitment to self-reflection, growth, and the development of essential life skills. It is a journey that requires us to challenge our assumptions, confront our blind spots, and embrace new ways of thinking, feeling, and relating to ourselves and others. Imagine a world where emotional intelligence was not just a desirable trait, but rather a fundamental value, woven into the fabric of our families, schools, workplaces, and communities. Imagine a world where children were taught from a young age to identify, understand, and express their emotions effectively, where empathy was celebrated as a superpower, and where differences were honored as opportunities for learning and growth. In such a world, conflicts would be approached as opportunities for collaboration and problem-solving rather than battles to be won or lost. Differences of opinion would be met with curiosity and respect, rather than judgment or dismissal. Individuals would feel empowered to express their authentic selves without fear of rejection or ridicule, creating a tapestry of diverse voices, perspectives, and experiences. Creating this world of compassionate connection begins with each of us in the small, everyday interactions we have with ourselves and others. It starts with modeling emotional intelligence in our own lives, teaching our children the importance of empathy and kindness, and creating a culture of vulnerability and authenticity in our relationships. It means challenging the societal norms that often discourage emotional expression, particularly for men and boys, and instead creating spaces where vulnerability is celebrated as a strength and where seeking help for emotional challenges is seen as a sign of courage rather than weakness. It means advocating for educational systems that prioritize emotional literacy alongside academic achievement, recognizing that the development of social and emotional skills is essential for success in all areas of life. As we conclude our exploration of emotions and relationships, let us not merely admire the insights we have gained, but rather allow them to ignite a spark of inspiration within us, a call to action to embrace the journey of emotional literacy and to become more conscious, compassionate, and connected human beings. This journey begins with a single step, a commitment to deepening our understanding of our own emotional landscapes, to cultivating greater self-awareness, and to developing our capacity for empathy, compassion, and authentic connection. It is a journey that will challenge us, stretch us, and at times even break us open. But it is in those moments of breaking open those raw and vulnerable spaces where our hearts are most exposed that we discover the true depth and beauty of the human experience. Here are a few simple yet powerful steps you can take today to embark on your own journey of emotional literacy. Cultivate a daily mindfulness practice. Set aside a few minutes each day to simply be present with your breath, observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment, noticing the sensations in your body, and cultivating a sense of grounded presence. Start a gratitude journal. Each day, take a few moments to reflect on the things in your life that you are grateful for, no matter how small or insignificant they may seem. Cultivating an attitude of gratitude has been shown to increase happiness, reduce stress, and improve overall well-being. Practice active listening. The next time you are engaged in a conversation, make a conscious effort to truly listen to the other person, paying attention to their words, their tone of voice, and their body language. Ask clarifying questions, reflect back what you have heard to ensure understanding, and offer validation and support without judgment or interruption. Express your emotions authentically. When you are feeling a strong emotion, take some time to identify and acknowledge the feeling, and then find a safe and appropriate way to express it. This might involve talking to a trusted friend or family member, writing in a journal, or engaging in a creative activity. Seek professional support when needed. If you are struggling with intense emotions, relationship challenges, or mental health concerns, don't hesitate to reach out for professional support. A therapist or counselor can provide a safe and supportive space for you to explore your emotions, develop coping skills, and work towards healing and growth. The journey of emotional literacy is not a destination, but rather an ongoing process of self-discovery, growth, and transformation. It is a journey that will lead us to a deeper understanding of ourselves, our relationships, and the interconnectedness of all beings. Let us embrace this journey with courage, compassion, and an unwavering belief in our innate capacity for love, connection, and human flourishing. As we conclude our exploration of emotions and relationships, let us not merely admire the insights we have gained, but rather allow them to ignite a spark of inspiration within us, a call to action to embrace the journey of emotional literacy and to become more conscious, compassionate, and connected human beings. This journey begins with a single step, a commitment to deepening our understanding of our own emotional landscapes, to cultivating greater self-awareness, and developing our capacity for empathy, compassion, and authentic connection. It is a journey that will challenge us, stretch us, and at times even break us open. But it is in those moments of breaking open, those raw and vulnerable spaces where our hearts are most exposed, that we discover the true depth and beauty of the human experience. Here are a few simple yet powerful steps you can take today to embark on your own journey of emotional literacy. Cultivate a daily mindfulness practice. Start a gratitude journal. Each day, take a few moments to reflect on the things in your life that you are grateful for, no matter how small or insignificant they may seem. Cultivating an attitude of gratitude has been shown to increase happiness, reduce stress, and improve overall well-being. Practice active listening. The next time you're engaged in a conversation, make a conscious effort to truly listen to the other person, paying attention to their words, their tone of voice, and their body language. Ask clarifying questions, reflect back what you have heard to ensure understanding, and offer validation and support without judgment or interruption. Express your emotions authentically. When you are feeling a strong emotion, take some time to identify and acknowledge the feeling, and then find a safe and appropriate way to express it. This might involve talking to a trusted friend or family member, writing in a journal, or engaging in a creative activity. Seek professional support when needed. If you are struggling with intense emotions, relationship challenges, or mental health concerns, don't hesitate to reach out for professional support. A therapist or counselor can provide a safe and supportive space for you to explore your emotions, develop coping skills, and work towards healing and growth. The journey of emotional literacy is not a destination, but rather an ongoing process of self-discovery, growth, and transformation. It is a journey that will lead us to a deeper understanding of ourselves, our relationships, and the interconnectedness of all beings. Let us embrace this journey with courage, compassion, and an unwavering belief in our innate capacity for love, connection, and human flourishing.